Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my first ever thrifting haul video. I am so excited to finally be doing one of these. I have spent many years at yard sales and in thrift stores looking at things and wishing that I could buy them and just not having a house to put them in. So it's really cool today to be sharing with you the first few items that I've bought for our new home together. So I collected all of these items in the past month, so the month of August. I wasted no time. I started shopping for things probably the week we moved. Everything you're gonna see in today's video is thrifted or antique, inherited from family and things like that. So I'm just so excited to share it all with you and tell you all about the great deals that I got and also about some of the splurging I did because some things were not as cheap as I would have liked, but it's okay. Before we get started, I thought I would kind of talk a little bit about my personal style because I don't feel like I've ever really kind of chatted with you guys about that. And for a long time, honestly, it took me a bit to figure out what my style actually is. And I've kind of narrowed it down to a few different kind of styles combined together. So hopefully what I'm describing makes sense to you guys, and I'll put up some reference photos just so you can see visually like what I have in my brain, and hopefully I'm getting the names of these styles correct. My personal style is kind of a combination of French countryside, like old American farmhouse, and maybe a hint of boho in there, kind of mixed together all in one. And I'm really big into kind of old-timey traditional farmhouse style. I know that modern farmhouse is super popular right now. That's kind of just taken over, but I personally am all about the antique, you know, traditional look and having things be kind of mismatched and not perfect. And I love antiques. I just love like the old ways of living. So incorporating elements and styles from then I think is pretty much what I'm going for here. And I think a lot of it's inspired from growing up in my grandfather's old house. He owned a house from the 1750s that was always decked out in things from that time frame, and my great-grandparents, I spent a lot of time with them. They had a lot of great antique stuff. So I think it's just all like passed down from that, and that's why I love the kind of old-timey feel. So I have lucked out like crazy with things lately, and I'm just so excited to share with you all the items that I've picked up. And obviously down the road we're going to be doing some renovation videos, so you'll kind of see everything come together. A lot of things I have bought so far I am not currently using yet because I have to do the renovation of the room before I kind of incorporate those things, but they were too good to pass up at the time. So let's get into it and let me show you everything I've gotten. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is this gold tray. I got this from Goodwill a couple of weeks ago. It was $8 and it's kind of like an antique gold, almost like more of a brass actually. Yeah, it actually is brass. I don't know why I'm saying gold, it's brass. And it does have a really cool intricate pattern on it. And I saw this and immediately thought of how great this would be in my bedroom. This is the next renovation that we're doing after my office is our room, and so this will be featured in the room. I thought it would be great to hold perfumes and jewelry and things on top of the bureau, so you'll see it in that video. The decoration portion will feature this and show what I do with it. But yeah, $8 at Goodwill, I thought that that was pretty good for this. The next thing that I got is actually not old, but it is also from Goodwill, and that is this rug. So this is kind of like a rag rug. It's black and white stripes, and it has a fringed end on it on both sides. This rug was $8, and it is a 20 by 32, so it'll be a good rug to put in front of the door. I really like the black and white. I think that this will be super cute for fall and into the winter. I don't expect it to last forever because of our pets and just the fact that we're in Maine and there's mud and you know, snow and everything. I think it will get trashed eventually, but because it was only $8 at Goodwill, I decided to get it. This is just super duper cute, and I will be decorating for fall very, very soon, so this will be incorporated in that. Up next is another Goodwill item, and it is this amber colored glass jug. And the second I saw this, I knew exactly what I was gonna do with it. I knew that it was going to be a vase for my fall kind of greenery that I'm going to be purchasing. I have not yet bought anything for it, but I'm picturing some kind of dried foliage of some kind, neutral toned, and just like really thin and willowy. Maybe some pampas grass, but I'm not really a huge fan of that because it does make a mess and my cats will eat it. So I'm thinking something else, but anyway, I thought that this was perfect. It does come with a cap, but we'll take that off. This was, I believe, $6 at Goodwill, and it's just so perfect, and I think it's gonna look great in our entryway. So I will be decorating for fall shortly with this as well. So up next we have a bunch of candle holders. I'm really big into the tapered candle look. Granted, I have not yet bought candles. That's on my list of things I need to buy shortly. But I did buy a bunch of candle holders at Goodwill. So ours has just an insane amount of antique-y looking candle holders. So I just couldn't resist and bought a bunch of them. This one was $1. It's a circular holder with 4 spots for tapered candles. I think this will be great as a centerpiece of some kind. I'm probably not gonna light the tapered candles, so don't worry, but it'll be a good decoration piece. I'm picturing it on top of a bureau in our guest room, but we will have to wait and see. But I really like how it's that black wrought iron look, and it definitely has gotten some use, so that's cool. It looks a little antique. I don't think it's like a true antique, but it will serve its purpose. Up next, I have 2 brass candle holders. They do not match, but they are pretty close, and they're about the same height. These were each $1 at Goodwill. The last one was $1 too. I don't know if I mentioned that. I could not resist these. They are exactly what I was looking for. I think these are going to go in our bedroom, probably on top of the gentleman's chest that we're going to have, and we'll have tall, probably white tapered candles in them. They are so nice, and this is honestly what I was hoping to find for my wedding, for our centerpieces and things like that, but I wasn't able to find any at the time. But our Goodwill came through right away this time, and there they are. So I just think they are so, so cute, and I'm really excited to see how these look in our room. And last for candle holders, I got this one. This is one of the newest ones that I picked up, and it is a one with a handle on it, and it's black. It is metal, but it's definitely not a true antique at all. It's too new looking to be a true antique, but I do really like it. I think it's super cute. This one was $3, and I'm thinking that this is gonna go in the master bedroom on one of the end tables or on top of the bureau. I haven't fully decided yet, but for that room, we're going with a very like stark white, black, and wood toned theme. So I think this will look great, as well as that other black one that I showed earlier. But who knows, we may end up using them elsewhere. For now though, that is the plan. So yeah, $3 at Goodwill for this one. And up next is a snuffer. I found this at Goodwill as well. This was $1, and it just has like a wooden looking handle. It's definitely not wood. And then the rest of it is a sterling silver. It's quite tarnished. It definitely has that antique look, but again, I don't think this is a true antique. It was only $1. So this is definitely just for looks, but I thought it was cool to accompany one of the candle holders in one of the bedrooms and just be kind of like a showpiece. And for $1, why not? Okay, up next is a yard sale find, and that is this basket here. So I purchased this basket at a yard sale about a weekend ago. It was, I believe, $3. It is missing a handle, as you can see. So there's a handle on this end, none on this side. I don't mind that at all. I was looking for one about this size to actually carry out to the clothesline if I'm doing laundry and drying big linens. I wanted a basket I could carry out there, and so this is the perfect size for that, but also would be the perfect size for blankets to be folded up in and things like that, and just kind of put somewhere in the living room or the entryway as decoration. Multiple uses for this, and I thought for $3 that was a great deal. The lady that sold me it was into sewing, and so she had a bunch of sewing stuff in it at one time, but I definitely will find multiple uses for this basket. The next item I'm actually sitting in, and it is a new rocking chair that I picked up at another yard sale, a different yard sale. I paid $25 for this chair. It's a really pretty kind of like seafoam green color with a wood back on it, and cool little nail details down the side. I like the shape of it. I thought it was really unique, and we are planning to put this probably in the living room eventually. I haven't fully decided yet. For right now it's in the kitchen, but once I have a hutch in this spot, it's gonna move around. But it is kind of a lounge rocker. Like if I lean back, there is quite a good like reclining seat on it. And I definitely could put a cute cushion on this. It came with one that I didn't really like. It was beach themed, and that's not the vibe we're going for. So it doesn't have a cushion right now, but eventually it will. And I just really like it. I like how distressed it is. I didn't want to do anything to change it, so I just really like it. And I thought it was a great deal for $25. So up next is something that I'm not gonna bring over with me. I will take some B-roll of it as I'm talking about it, and that is this mirror. I picked this up at the same yard sale that I got the basket at. It was $10, and the frame of this is wood and it's all carved. I was going for this kind of vibe with a mirror. I wanted something gold and ornate looking, and this mirror is so pretty. This lady that sold it to me told me she had it on the back of her bathroom door for a bunch of years. I have it just propped up in my room right now, and that is probably where it's gonna stay. I originally wanted one that was a little bit wider, but realistically our room isn't super big anyway, so this one fits nicely in it. I just love the ornateness of the edge of it and things, and I got it for $10, which is a lot cheaper than what you would spend on a plain one right now. So I'm really happy with this purchase, and I think it'll look really nice once our room's renovated. It's gonna match really beautifully and be a great piece to have over in the corner of the room. Okay, I have another piece that I'm not gonna bring over, but that was an inherited piece from my grandmother. This was actually my great-grandparents' lamp, and it is a kerosene lamp. It is pretty authentic, completely glass bottom. It actually has a little bit of kerosene left in it. We are not planning to light it or anything like that. It is purely for looks, but I wanted something of my great-grandparents in my house, and this was one of two things that I have received. My grandmother was happy to give this one to me, and it's currently in our kitchen, but in the future we are planning on probably putting it in our room or the guest bedroom. I don't foresee it in the living room, but we'll see. Right now it's in the window and it's looking great there. So I really love this, and I love that it was something that my great-grandparents had. It's cool to have stuff of theirs in our house now. And speaking of that, I have another item, again, that I'm gonna take some B-roll of because it's too big to have in camera here, and that is this wrought iron bed. This frame, I grew up with this bed. I used to play in the spare bedroom at my great-grandparents' house, and this was the bed that was in there. It's really old. I don't know exactly how old, but as you can see, it needs some serious work, so I will be refinishing it. It is going to stay white, and this is going to be the bed for our guest room. So down the road, there will be a guest room renovation video, and this bed will be featured in that video. I have to do a bunch of research on how I'm going to strip the paint off of it, and I just want to be really careful. I don't know exactly how old it is, and I don't want to damage it in any way, but I'm obsessed with this bed, and it was free. It was given to me by my grandmother. She let me have it, no questions asked, and I am so excited to have it in the house. So those were all the things that I picked up this month for a bargain, and now I'm going to show you the one thing that I picked up for not a bargain. But I felt like it fit in this video because it is an antique, and I am so happy with it, and I love it so much, and I'm protecting it at all costs from my animals and things. I like close the breezeway door at night to make sure that they don't go in there when we're sleeping and things are, you know, damage it or anything like that. But it is this antique bench. I picked this up at a antique shop in Brunswick, Maine. It's actually originally from Brunswick and was in a doctor's office there in the 60s. They didn't specify if it was pre-60s or what, if it was brand new in the 60s. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to do some more research on it. But this bench was very expensive. It was a splurge item. It was $350 for it. But I knew the moment I saw it at the antique store that I wanted it. It was exactly what I was picturing for our front entryway. It is technically called a deacon's bench, and I loved the wood tone of it. I love how quirky and different looking it is. I love how tall the spindles are on the back, and I love the claw foot like arms on it. I just think it looks super unique and different, and I would not change a thing about it. So I thought that that price was worth it, basically because I wasn't going to be refinishing it. I literally brought it home and put it in my house, and here it sits. So it is a great addition to our entryway. I haven't 100% organized the entryway yet, so you know, that'll be a video as well. We are planning on making some changes in there, and I think the bench is just like the most beautiful centerpiece. I'm so obsessed with it. So it was a splurge, but I'm okay with that. So that is it for the month of August. I made quite a dent in my my plans for items to pick up and everything. I knew like some of the things I was gonna get, and I know I'm gonna get more as we go. Goodwill here has been fabulous. They have great antique like stuff, and you know, yeah, it's just been great. One other thing that I didn't mention in this video that I picked up was a filing cabinet, and I'm actually working on that for my office video. So you'll see it in that video instead. I didn't want to show it here because my office video is coming out shortly, and I refinished it and things, so we're gonna just keep that one a secret. But it was $3 at Goodwill, so I've really made out really well at Goodwill, and it was only month one, so I'm really excited to see what the rest of the year brings for thrifting. It is yard sale season, and they are popping up all over the place every single weekend, so I'm excited to see what else I can find for a bargain. It just gives me like a little bit of like a high, like going around and getting things for such great deals. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you love to thrift. What's the best thing you ever found while thrifting? Thank you guys so much for watching, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Click that little bell if you want to know whenever I upload here to YouTube, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!